Well, this was my fourth pro season. I continued to specialize in 70.3, and I would say that it was the first year in my career where I didn't really just keep experiencing a linear upwards trajectory. I had some hiccups this year. It wasn't an easy year in my personal life. I had a lot of stress going on, was sick a whole lot, and I think my racing reflected that. Just a lack of focus, a lack of immune system health, and my training wasn't quite on par with previous years. So I think I developed a lot of great coping mechanisms that'll serve me well in the future, just dealing with these other things going on in my life. But the season certainly wasn't a complete disappointment, but not entirely what I was after either. Well, it was certainly nice to end the season on a high note with a win at Challenge Aruba. There's some things that uniquely differentiate them from Ironman that I really like. They quite evidently value their pro field, and they spend a lot of time and energy promoting the pro field and making the most use possible. The race had phenomenal coverage, so it was really cool for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to see me race in person to see this awesome front and center action with the photographers and camera people there, and I think that suits all of our aims. Some people will criticize the pro field or the value of the pro field, which is a debate that's always occurring. They'll say, so-and-so age grouper is never going to show up at this race because this pro is there. And I wouldn't pretend that I have nearly the clout or the recognizability that some age groupers are going to say, I'm going to race this because Cody's racing it. I don't think that's the case at all. What I do think happens is a lower level, more organic kind of promotion of the sport. So they're there perhaps spectating or something, or they're seeing coverage like that amazing Challenge Aruba coverage, and it's inspiring to see people up at the front of the race at the highest level pushing things. So I think that's where pros can step in. Not necessarily, no age grouper is going to come to see us speak at the press conference beforehand. That's just kind of incidental added value. Well, I'll be 28 next year. It'll be my 5th season in the sport at the elite level, and that just felt like about the right time. I talked to a lot of people who made their Ironman debut around that age. That's kind of the youngest age typically where male pros can kind of perform at a world-class level in Ironman. I don't expect it'll be totally smooth sailing in my debut, but it's time that I get around to it now. And it's a question that increasingly comes up in every interview I do. My sponsors are great about not applying a lot of pressure, but that's also a question they have for me. And everyone I run into on the street, so when's your debut? That's always the question. It's difficult to maintain focus all the time, especially in this climate. I don't really like training camps, so I'm here in Ontario almost the entire year. And just grinding away on the trainer, the treadmill, at the pool. And I find the swim in particular is really hard to get quality work done on my own. Days where if I showed up by myself, I would get just a terrible workout done and leave the pool disappointed. If I have a group there, they're always able to drag me through a much tougher workout, and I leave feeling a lot more accomplished, having got some good work done than I would have on my own. Well, first of all, we can see it's starting to draw a number of phenomenal athletes. We've got a whole group of amazing ITU athletes here. Taylor Reed is here as of this year. I'm here now. This is where I was born actually, but spent the next 20 years of my life away from Guelph, and now I'm back again. So it is like Canada's version of Boulder, Colorado, and this tremendous draw it has for not just triathletes, but endurance athletes of all different types. We have runners and cyclists. This is a phenomenal running program here that's developed the vast majority of Canadian Olympians in running. And there's just so many wonderful things here. Like, for example, a whole bunch of the local coaches will meet up every week and have a kind of a coaches corner where they talk about just developing the scene here. That's people like Craig Taylor with Guelph Triathlon Project, James Loring with LPC Coaching, Mike with Discomfort Zone, and just a number of other coaches as well. And so they're really fostering this development in Guelph, and it's a great thing. I know Craig has a wonderful vision for building up Guelph Triathlon Project into this kind of a group that brings together athletes, all different realms of triathlon to train together and just create an awesome community here in Guelph. And we'll hopefully have some cool content created as well and stuff. There's great time trials here in the summer in all 3 disciplines. We have a fantastic open water swim program at Guelph Lake. There's a whole bunch of really cool draws for athletes here. Well, this year has been dominated by my hunt for my first house actually, and it's been anything but a smooth process. I'm on the brink of buying a place, but that's kind of been on the case for the last 11 months or so, so it's been some extenuating circumstances. Besides that, I spend a lot of time with my boyfriend and my family, and I hang out with triathletes, but I'm also quite happy to have some other non-triathlon friends as well, just to help achieve more of that balance. Some triathletes have trouble switching off and not talking about triathlon all the time, others not so much. I'm learning way more about our legal system and dealing with lawyers and realtors and stuff than I ever wanted to. But I'm definitely getting a lot better at decoupling that from the rest of my life and not allowing it to dominate my life. There's periods where I don't sleep very well and it's extremely stressful to have a lot of finances tied up in all this right now in a really nasty legal situation. But I look at it as a challenge. I mean, there's always going to be stressful things going on in my life, hopefully not like this. This is adulthood. Welcome to adulthood, I guess. So this is what I'm told, at least, that these things will always be coming and you just have to develop a better toolkit to deal with them. I think I am getting there. It's just a matter of staying relaxed, keeping up my yoga practice, practicing very good sleep hygiene, getting out distracting myself with friends. All of these things I can continue to improve with.